All right, Preston. So, this is the problem that I'm thinking you're talking about. Question number two, finding the perimeter of the area of the regular polygon. So you're absolutely right. You have to find the apothem first. So I'm just going to copy this figure onto um, this Google Doc because I can't really write on the Math Excel screen. Okay. So we have our hexagon there, and it tells us that the one side length is 14. Now, in a hexagon, it's a regular hexagon, so that's where you have to do the 6 minus 2, times 180, and you're going to get, so you get 720, and you divide that by 6, because there's 6 sides, and that's going to give you 120 degrees. So what we found is that this angle over here is going to be 120 degrees. Now, that is important because once we create our apothem, okay? So let's say our apothem goes straight down here, okay? And then we also have what we call that radius that goes from the vertex to the center, okay? And we have our right angle right over here created by the apothem. I'm just going to take that triangle and draw it a little bit bigger. So when we have that triangle here, okay, we know this is our apothem A. I'm just taking this triangle right here, drawing it down here just a little bit bigger, okay? So we have to find the apothem. We want that, and then we know the whole side over here is 14. So in our right triangle, this side is 7. We just take half of 14. Now, since we have this angle right here that's 120 degrees, what it tells us in this triangle is that this angle right here is going to be half of that. So that angle right there is going to be 60 degrees, okay? That angle there is going to be 60. And we found that because we have 120 right there. And we found that because we did the whole n minus 2 times 180 divided by how many sides there are to get, or divided by how many angles there are to get 120. So we do that 720 divided by 6 to get 120. Now, we have our right triangle here, and we got to find the apothem. So we have 7, and that came from the 14. It's just half of 14, okay? And so this is where we have the apothem A and 7, and those are going to be our opposite and adjacent sides. So it's going to be tangent. Here, I'll switch colors once more. So it's going to be tangent of 60 equals, and then it's going to be opposite over adjacent. Well, A is going to be our opposite side. 7 is going to be our adjacent side. So x is high here, A is high here. So we're just going to multiply these two values. So we're going to do tangent of 60 times 7. And when you do that, you get the apothem to equal 12.12. So the apothem equals 12.12. And so from there, you just have to plug that in our formula. So the 1/2 A times P to give us the area of the figure. So you take that apothem, plug it in here. You know what the perimeter is. It's just the 14 times 6. And you'll be able to find the area. And also the perimeter is the other question before that. So you're already going to know how to find the perimeter. It's just 14 times 6, okay? So, and just be careful with this. It does say to simplify your answer and round to the nearest tenth. So actually, looking back over this, we should make this, instead of 12.12, we should make this 12.1. So just make sure you're round to the nearest tenth. All right, Preston, if you have any more questions, please shoot me an email or anything else. I can help you out.